I won't sugarcoat it. I'm not sure you'd want me to, but before you guys won against Wales, it had been a very poor Six Nations. I think you'll agree with me in saying. Just give us your sort of general thoughts about what's been going on with Les Bleus.
Yeah, for me, the three first game was three lost. Three lost game. We was very, very lucky against Scotland because the ref decision was a bit insane, and everyone in France was like a bit surprised, and they say, okay, we support the Les Bleus, but it's a joke. There is how I can say no try. Well, it was good for France, but it's like the three who in front of the comment dire, the forest. Say the level, the team level is very average because they lost confidence. They beat. They have like a trauma since the last World Cup. But for me, they start to lose something since 2022 because the individuality, talent helped the team, and we start to lose in November 2022. Sorry, we start to lose our team spirit, and we play like worse and worse because it was not like a team but individuality. The example, it was France Australia in Stade de France, and Australia was better physically, technically, strategy, and Damien Penaud saved the game at the end because he stepped three guys and score in the corner, and we won. But for me, as a rugby game, it was really poor, and there is no. We start to lose the spirit, and thanks to the French flair, we stay dangerous team, but unfortunately, after the quarterfinal, the World Cup, I say in private, be careful because the Six Nations will be really, really tough for the team, and you start by Ireland like in Marseille. The pressure was on us, and we miss a lot of good players. We had a lot of injuries, so it was a nightmare. And normally against Italia, thanks God, I don't know, maybe blow on the ball, on the garbage ball, but for everyone it's like a loss. That's why we can have the player like a Meafu, like a young good player, physically, technically. They have no trauma from the World Cup, so it was I think a new start against Wales, and the score show the new spirit because I think they need a few games to, I don't know how to say, digérer.
To manage, yeah.
To manage the World Cup.
Yeah. Maxime, this is very interesting from a Frenchman. So you even before the World Cup, it sounds like you were a little bit worried that we were saying France are favourites, but you already saw a weakness developing.
J'ai pas entendu la fin.
D'accord, je vais expliquer. Brendan a dit que c'est intéressant d'entendre quelqu'un de la France qui dit il y avait des problèmes avec le rugby français avant le World Cup, quand nous avons dit avant le World Cup que la France était les favorites.
Ouais. I comment for being sport, and it's hard to say bad thing because people think you're negative or but when you're worst player, you can see what happened on the field and off the field. And the thing is, I like to look to worried about the behavior of the player. And for me, there is a leader and talented players, but some other are, for me, average, but they think they're very good. You know, but that's the problem. And when you have like a Dupont, Benoit, or player like that, you know, you just need to be a straight, regular player. You don't need to be exceptional. And it was the problem. If the opposite team can analyze how you play and what your weakness and your strength, I think we was ready too earlier. And more we approach from the World Cup, and better the team play against France. Like a friendly game, Scotland-France, it was really hard to play Scotland. We beat South Africa 1 year before the World Cup, but they had like a red card after 10 minutes. You know, we was really close to lose against Italy in the last Six Nations.
Yeah.
So, you know, there is a lot of warning, but we continue to say, no, that's it. In France, we have the public, we have energy, we have talent, we have everything. But for me, it was like an overconfident, you know. And and for me, I was really scared, and I thought we have like a big problem in semi or final, but not before. And what it doesn't help the team, we have a weak pool, you know, really weak.
Yeah.
New Zealand, we play one half, we just defend, and the second half like a counter-attack. After Uruguay shit game, I don't remember, Namibia, it was like the young team in a second division team, and Italia was eliminated, and they lost 100 points against New Zealand. So, you know, you never work like a strong opposition to practice for the playoff. Like South Africa play Scotland, they play Ireland, you know.
Yeah.
So there was maybe more involved, and the atmosphere, you know, doesn't help them because they was away from France, but because the atmosphere doesn't help the French team, because they all think there was a superstar,